Dun, da, da,
Perfect.
da. Time
Dun,
to
da, da,
go.
da.
Dun, da, da,
Hi.
da. All right. Hey, welcome everyone. Missed everybody last week. I was in blustery Pennsylvania, so let me put my desk up just a bit. My name's Barbara Morgan with Health Fitness, and happy you could join me today. So we're gonna just stand up if you can, couple just big deep breaths up and just stretch a little bit. Kind of get a little couple of the kinks out. Another big deep breath. Perfect. So we're going to start things off today with our fingers interlocked behind our back. And we want to raise them up as high as you can and get a nice stretch. Again, this is utilizing multiple parts of your body in one stretch. Always nice when we can manage to do more than one thing at a time. And just relax, let your shoulders drop down, shake it out a little bit. And we're gonna do one more of those. And if you can raise your arms a little bit higher in the back. And 20, 30 seconds, however much time you've got. If you're only gonna do one or two stretches, you might want to hold them out a little bit longer. It'd be great if you could find your favorite stretches and do them multiple times throughout the day. That really is what would give you the biggest benefit. Okay, and now we're going to do some shoulder rotations. So first we're going to start with bringing your shoulders up to your ears, and then back and down and around and back up again. This is good for your shoulders. It's good for your neck. And we're going to do that 5 times in each direction. All right, and we're going to change direction. So now we're going to come forward. And you want to make this as exaggerated as you can. So as big a circles as you can make. And we're doing this with our arms at our sides today. Just gets a little bit more concentrated right in the shoulder region. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to take your neck and we're going to put your ear to your shoulder. So we want to see how much of a stretch we can get along here. Be careful when you're starting out doing this kind of a stretch because it's really not anything that we find ourselves doing during the day. It's a we'll call it a foreign movement for us. And now we want to bring it back up to the front. We're going to go over to the left. So you should be getting a nice pull down the side of the neck into the shoulder. And we're going to go up to the top again and over. So don't forget the quarterly webinar is next Tuesday at noon Eastern time, so 1 o'clock Central. And this was a Ask the Ergo webinar. So we've gotten some questions from people. People have asked about ergonomics for your kids at home and some questions about hybrid working. So it's a half-hour seminar, so it's not very long. It'll be about 20, 25 minutes of presentation and then 5 minutes at the end for any questions or discussion. And we're going to do this one more time. And one more time over to the left. Now we're going to take our head and we're going to look straight down. And if you want, you can put your hand on the top of your head and kind of add that extra weight. Your head weighs somewhere between 8 and 12 pounds. So if you push down on it a little bit, you get a little more added pressure. Nice stretch down through the back of the neck into the top of the shoulders and your upper back. And now we're going to take that and we're going to lean back and lift our chin up toward the ceiling. Again, something we don't do very often, so please be gentle with this. And we're going to go back down again to the floor. And one more time back up to the ceiling. If you flex your jaw a bit when you're looking up like that, you can really feel the kind of tension through the front of the neck. Great, great. We're going to move on to some wrist circles. So you can do 2 at one time with these. You can put your palms down, make a wrist or make a fist, and then you can turn them in the same direction, which isn't all that easy to do either. And we just want to, you can put them down closer if you want. Just trying to, I'm going to do both. I'm going to do them toward each other. That's a little easier. And again, that's a pretty exaggerated movement for you. And now we're going to turn them the other way. This is much easier. So, interesting statistic. I was working on the invite for ERGOFIT for 2026, and I found out today that there have been 426 people that have attended at least one ERGOFIT class this year, which I thought was pretty darn exciting. Perfect. And now we're going to do some finger stretches. So you can do these at the same time if you want. And we're going to just spread our fingers. Find my shirt here so you can see better. And you can just wiggle them a little bit, and then we're going to make a fist. And wiggle them a little bit and make a fist. And for those of you who had time off last week, know that you might be a little more fatigued by Wednesday of this week if you've been working all week, trying to catch up on things. So give yourself a little bit of grace this week, and make sure that when something starts to feel fatigued or any discomfort, you take a minute to stretch or just get up and walk around a little bit. Let go of that mouse. All right, and now we're going to do my favorite, the wrist flexors. So palm up, and with the other hand, you want to pull down on the palm and the fingers and get that nice stretch on the inside of the wrist. So working on having ERGOFIT be a little bit longer next year. I think we're going to keep the same day of the week and time. But we'll probably be moving to 15 minutes instead of 10. And we're going to move over to the left hand. And know that there will not be class. I think it's the 17th. And then the 24th and the 30th, whatever those last 3 weeks are of December. So if I get time next week, I was going to do a little ho-ho one and post it for anybody who would like to just work out with the recording next 2 Wednesdays from today. And one more time over on the left. That's why I'm excited about making this class a little bit longer, because we are already out of time. So happy Wednesday, everyone. Appreciate you joining me. Sign up and come to the webinar next Tuesday. Would love to see you there. And I wish everybody a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Barbara. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.